Evan, a 32-year-old freelance photographer, had been exploring the outskirts of a quiet countryside village for a landscape project. He'd been there for 3 weeks, walking the same dirt roads and fields almost every day. He knew the area like the back of his hand, so when he spotted an old, Victorian-style house at the end of an overgrown path, he froze. It shouldn't have been there. He had walked past that spot just yesterday, and there had only been an empty field. The house looked abandoned. Dark windows, peeling paint, and a rusted iron gate hanging open. Curiosity outweighed caution, and Evan approached, camera in hand. The moment he stepped inside, a strange stillness pressed against him. The air was cold and smelled faintly of damp wood and dust. The floorboards groaned under his weight. The rooms were furnished but covered in sheets, as if someone had been gone for decades. An ornate grandfather clock stood in the hallway, its pendulum swinging, ticking loudly. Oddly, every photo Evan took with his camera came out distorted. Blurred shadows where nothing stood, faces in mirrors that weren't his own. Upstairs, he found a bedroom with a single lit candle. On the bed lay an open diary, dated October 9th, 1897. The last entry read, "They said the house would vanish at dawn. I don't think I'll be able to leave before then." Evan felt a chill run down his spine because today was October 9th. As he explored further, he heard faint footsteps upstairs, though he was upstairs. He followed the sound to a locked door. Knocking softly, he called out. A woman's voice, soft but trembling, whispered, "Please, help me leave before it takes me too." The doorknob rattled, but the door wouldn't budge. The air grew heavier, the ticking clock downstairs now deafening. Suddenly, the floor began to tremble. Evan rushed toward the staircase, but the hallway seemed to stretch endlessly. The shadows along the walls began to move, elongating, twisting. He stumbled out the front door, gasping for air, and in that instant, the house was gone. He stood in the same empty field he had walked past countless times. Only his camera hung around his neck. And when he checked the photos, every image was of the empty field, except one. In the last photo, the Victorian house stood tall in the distance, and in an upstairs window, a pale woman stared out, her hand pressed to the glass. The story suggests that the house appears only on certain dates, trapping anyone inside it forever. The diary, the woman's voice, and the distortion in the photographs imply it exists in a different time, occasionally crossing into the present. Evan escaped. But the woman's fate and the truth about the house remain a mystery.